Glad to be here.
Same here. Hare
Okay, so welcome to our spiritual yoga group. And now, without any delay, we'll hear from Her Grace Radhika Krpa. Radhika. It's a brahmachari thing. I never remember Mataji's names.
Hare Krishna. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakya Chakshunamalatamyena Tasmai Shri Guravai Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manavishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swam Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadkamam Shri Gurena Vaishnavascha Shri Rupam Sajitam Sahaganvaganathritam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sarabhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahaganlalita Shri Vishakhanyatamashcha Hey Krishna Karna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishbhanu Satadevi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpataru Bhaksha Kripa Sindhuvaye Vacha Patita Nam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavbhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Harinam Prabhu Ki Jai. So today's session I would like to actually focus on, we all are looking for happiness, is it right? Everywhere in the world, everybody is looking to be happy. So, and happiness comes with when you're at peace. There is no happiness without peace. So when one is calm and peaceful, then the happiness will follow. So in the scriptures, the Vedic scriptures, the Indian philosophy, the Indian culture, we go deep into the scriptures. And in the scriptures, it's clearly mentioned that if you really want to be happy, you have to get connected to the supreme power. That will bring the peace in your life. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, he says in the Bhagavad Gita, Nastir Buddhi Yukta se, that's a shloka, a verse, Sanskrit verse coming up. And it says, it clearly describes that once your intelligence is focused, it gets connected to the Supreme Lord, Shantasaha Kuta Sukham, without peace there will be no happiness. The Supreme Lord says that. Krishna says that in the Bhagavad Gita. Nastir buddhir yukta se na cha yukta se bhavana na cha bhavata shantira shantasah kuta sukham. So he says without shanti, without peace, there cannot be happiness. So if you're really looking for happiness, you have to first be peaceful. So you have to actually make your mind peaceful. So that is why we chant. Chanting is related to that. We chant the holy name on the beads. So we have the beads, we all have beads here. So we chant the name on the beads. So that name has got the energy that is going to calm our mind, make our mind peaceful, soothe our nerves, take out all the anxiety and stress from our lives. Because that name has got the potency. The Supreme Lord says, I have put all my energy, transcendental energy into the holy name. So this holy name is just not an ordinary name. Just chanting Hare Krishna is not an ordinary thing. It's a very, very pious. It's a spiritual, it's the actually epitome of spirituality. When we chant, it's not something very ordinary. It cannot be given to you, an ordinary person also. If you are chanting, you are an extraordinary person. You have been blessed. That is why you are able to chant. Otherwise, there are hundreds and millions of people outside in the world. They could not make it. They could not chant. Why? Because they don't have that blessings till now. So that's why the Supreme Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita, how do you calm your mind? Your mind becomes peaceful when you start chanting the holy name. So chanting is very important. It's a meditation. And the mantra word in itself means that controls the mind. Mantra, it's a Sanskrit word. So the Sanskrit word, it defines that controls the mind, that word that controls the mind, that verse, those lines that can control your mind, they have the power. So that is why the Hare Krishna is called the Maha Mantra. Maha means the biggest, it's the greatest. Maha means that. And the greatest mantra, it's the Hare Krishna mantra. It's written in the Upanishads. As I said, we've got a lot of Vedic scriptures. So out of them, there are 108 Upanishads also. So in Kali Santran Upanishad, that Upanishad is meant for Kali Yuga, the era in which we are living. This is the age of quarrel. This is the age of hypocrisy. This is the Iron Age, it's called. It's very unfortunate. This age is called age of hypocrisy because people are hypocrites. People are actually fake in this world during this era. That is on the prime. But one can transcend that. One can cross over that age when one starts chanting. That is what the Upanishad tells us. So there are many Puranas, there are 18 Puranas, there are 108 Upanishads, there is Bhagavad Gita. Actually, the Bhagavad Gita is the summary of everything. It's the Vedic summary. It's a summary of all the Vedic scriptures, spoken by the Supreme Lord, sung by the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So he sang this and gave us the solution to all our material problems as well. In this world, we have got a lot of problems. We face, Krishna tells in the Bhagavad Gita, and that's actually very practical. Bhagavad Gita is the most practical scripture on this planet. It deals with all our problems. It's mentioned there, birth is a problem. When a child takes birth, when a child is actually in the mother's womb, he suffers a lot. When you go through the ultrasounds, you go through the x-rays, you find the child is hung upside down in mother's womb. And he's crammed up. He's bowing down. So he's at the moment in a very position that is very actually complex. And when he gets delivered, the mother suffers the most of the pain. She takes over the pain, it says. In the Bhagavatam, it's written, like so many bones, when they crack or fracture, the pain happens. That pain the mother goes through while delivering the child in a normal delivery. So she suffers a lot. So birth is a problem. It is actually a very complex thing. It's a mother's rebirth. It says in the scriptures, in the Vedic scriptures, it's mentioned that it's mother's rebirth. Mother takes a birth again. Because she has given birth to a baby, she is going through a rebirth herself. So her life is changing. She is becoming a mother now. And the mother becomes the guru for the child. She is going to train her child now. So birth is a problem, Krishna tells. Death is a problem, everybody knows. Death is the separation, death is very painful, death is a mystery, death is inevitable. So death is a problem. We don't know what's happening, what's going to happen after death. It's a mystery, but it's inevitable, it's going to happen. You cannot stop, it's unstoppable. But yet, we can transcend that fear of death by connecting to the Supreme Lord. We transcend the fear of the birth, the problem of birth, giving birth to a child. Sometimes it's very scary, it makes the mother fearful. So the mother or the father, the parents, they are very afraid, they are scared when the child is to be born. It says that they are sometimes, they get so much of an anxiety when the mother gets pregnant. The husband and wife, they are full of anxiety at that time. So you can transcend that anxiety, that fear. Then Krishna tells in the Bhagavad Gita, the disease, nobody will actually be, everybody will go through some or the other disease. Nobody is free from any disease. Even a child can suffer from a disease. So contracting a disease actually it makes us fearful. Oh, I may not get this disease, I may not suffer from that problem, medical problem. Like the COVID came, nobody expected the COVID would be there, and COVID, a virus, actually halted the whole world. The whole world came to a stop. Nobody expected that. We all were thinking, oh, the science is so advanced, nothing can happen like that. But it happened. Because the Supreme Lord proved it, it can happen. So this is how it is. The disease, nobody can be free from any disease. Any moment the disease can catch up with us. So fear from getting ill, fear from getting sick is another fear we suffer from. Problem means a fear. We are nurturing a fear in ourselves. So the fourth one Krishna says is the old age. Everybody is afraid of old age. Nobody wants to get old. If somebody tells you you're getting old, the first answer is, oh, I'm not old. Whether you may be 60 or 70 plus, you say, oh, I'm not old. Because nobody wants to get old. That's why they say. And when somebody says, oh, you look so young, we feel so happy, oh my, I look very young. So everybody wants to remain young. The fear of old age is again, it's a problem. So Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, yes, these 4 problems would be there. Whenever you take birth, whenever you come to this material world, these 4 will follow you. There will be the birth, there will be death you will face, there will be illness, disease, and then there will be the old age also. No living entity will be free from these 4. But he says those who get connected to me, those who come into my fold, those who get my knowledge, they will transcend this fear. He guarantees that. He says you will transcend all the fears. You will become fearless. Srila Prabhupada's name, the founder Acharya for ISKCON, was Abhay Charan. Abhay means fearless. So Krishna says, I give you Abhay Dan. I make you fearless. So if you really want to be fearless, you should be chanting the Maha Mantra. So that is why the Maha Mantra is very important to chant, because you become fearless. So Bhagavad Gita teaches us lots of things. So it helps us to calm our mind. Our mind is always clamoring, it's always barking. The mind is like a dog. It keeps on barking. It keeps on actually controlling you. Our mind controls us. You can easily understand that. Whenever you want to go for something spiritual or something that is actually a bit of discomfort, your mind immediately, it restricts you. It tries to control you. It says, let's not do this. Let's not take any pain. Let's go the simple way. Let's take some comfort. Mind will not let you do it. Mind will not let you chant. When you sit for chanting, when you take up the beads, mind will be your first thing that will object to it. It will say, let's not do it. Let's not chant. Let's do something else. Your mind will run away. Because this is a common problem with everybody. When they sit for chanting, they say, oh, my mind does not listen. My mind is somewhere else and I'm chanting. So how can you bring your mind again back? So Krishna gives all the tricks in the Bhagavad Gita, how you can, and these tricks help us that how you can do it. So we are all very fortunate that we are able to chant, we are able to know the philosophy, we are able to understand it. And coming to a sangha like this, association, that helps us, that inspires us. So only fortunate people can take the entry. It's there in the scriptures. Unfortunate cannot make it. If you have a lot of pious deeds in your karma, in your account, that is how you can enter and sit here and chant. Otherwise, those who don't have those pious karmas in their account, they will not make the entry. They cannot. So this is how the scriptures, they tell us. So I would like now some question answers, like questions from you, and then I can answer them. So that is more interesting rather than just giving a discourse. I would actually welcome anybody who would like to say anything, so we could discuss over that. This session helps us to actually bring out our fears, our questions, our inhibitions. So, anybody would like to? Yes, Prabhu.
What's the connection between Krishna Bhagavan, Shiv Bhagavan, and Ram Bhagavan?
Okay. So it's a nice question. Like they are Vishnu incarnations. Shivji is a Shiv Tattva, it's a different Tattva. But Vishnu, Ram and Krishna are Vishnu incarnations.
Please repeat the question.
Okay. So his question is, what is the difference between Shivaji and Ramji, the Ram Darbar here, and Krishna? So what is the difference between these three? What are the similarities between these three? So Shivji is a Shiva Tattva, it's not the Vishnu Tattva. But Vishnu Tattva is Ram and Krishna. Shivji is Param Vaishnava. Shivji is, it says, Vaishnav Yatha Shambhu. He is the topmost Vaishnava. He himself is a devotee of Krishna. He is like God, but he is not God. Shivji came to Gokul to have darshan of Krishna. Shivji is the Dwarpal. He is wherever Krishna, if you go to Krishna temples in Vrindavan, Vrindavan has got 12, like we have 12 vanas, and Vrindavan is one of the forests there. We have 12 forests there. So in every forest, wherever Krishna has performed the pastimes, you will find Shivji's temple there as a Dwarpal. He wanted always to serve Krishna. He wanted to enjoy with Krishna. So when Shivji wanted to enter into the Rasa Leela, he was not given the entry as Shivji, because you cannot enter Krishna's Rasa Leela without being a gopi. The gopi bhav has to be there. So Shivji was asked to become a gopi and then he could enter the Rasa Leela. So Shivji was actually, he became a gopi and he was called Gopeshwar Mahadev. Then he was allowed to enter the Rasa Leela. So Shivji is, actually the Prabhupada tells us in Nectar of Instruction, it clearly mentions, the Rupa Goswami, a saint, says that Shivji is like the yogurt and Krishna is like the milk. From the milk, yogurt can be made, but from yogurt, milk cannot be. The Shivji has got the Sangha. Krishna is above all material, all the material modes of nature. He has created them. Satagun, Rajagun, mode of passion, mode of ignorance, mode of goodness. But he is above them. He doesn't touch them. Shivji actually helps the mode of, those who are in the mode of ignorance, he uplifts them. He is called Bhutanath. He takes care of all those tattvas, all those ones who actually are not in the mode of goodness. And Shivji is actually the Param Vaishnava. He is married to Durga. She is the Vaishnavi. He's taken she is the actually Bahiranga Shakti, the external energy of Krishna. That is Durga. Krishna, when created, he is the Vishnu Tattva. Even Krishna has got a lot of incarnations. So there are 3 Purusha avatars, Purusha incarnations. That is first we have the Garbhodakshaya, Kanadakshaya Vishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu and Shirodakshaya Vishnu. That will become complicated for you, for the neophytes. But when you will keep on coming and reading, you will understand all that. In the Bhagavatam it's given. And Krishna, when created, he remains aloof to the material energy. He just glances and the creation happens. But Shivji actually, he is married to Durga. He took Durga as his Ardhangani. And Durga is there are 3 energies of Krishna. First is the external energy of Krishna. External energy is the Bahiranga Shakti we call, that is Durga. Like this whole world, whole planet is like a fort. It is a fort. And Durga, the goddess, she is actually the jailer of the fort. She takes care of every prisoner in this fort. And we all are prisoners. We are in the Reformation Center. She takes care of all of us. That is why when we pray to Durga, our all desires get fulfilled. It says, if you take some bit of pain also, some fastings you do for her, she will be actually granting you the boons. That is why we have a lot of people visiting Mata Vaishno Devi. You see, in Katra. Because they get a lot of boons, they get a lot of whatever they want, they get it. Because she is the jailer. She is the external energy of Krishna. So Krishna's internal energy is Radharani. She is the internal potency. That is, she can give you devotion to Krishna, the bhakti of Krishna. You can get to Krishna through her. There is no other passage. And we are the marginal potency. We actually sometimes, we keep on dwindling. We are marginal potency. We sometimes go into the, we are after the external energy or sometimes the internal energy of Krishna. We get affected by that, influenced by that. So Shivji is actually, Shiv Tattva is different to Vishnu Tattva. Shivji is Ashutosh. Shivji is very pleased. He can give you Krishna Bhakti. If you please Shivji, he can give you Krishna's devotion. He is very happy to give you Krishna's devotion. Because he himself is the Param Vaishnava. We all are trying to become Vaishnavas. He is already a Param Vaishnava. He is the highest Vaishnava himself. That is Shivji. So, any other question?
Sorry, and Ramji?
Oh, sorry. Ramji is again, he is Krishna only in the Ram form. That's it. So there is no difference in Ram and Krishna. That is why we worship Ram Darbar also. Shivji also, we don't disrespect any demigod. Shivji is Mahadev, he is Devon ke Dev, Mahadev. We don't disrespect any one of them. Whether it's Durga, whether it's Shivji, we don't disrespect any one of them. We always pay our obeisance to them. We don't do bhakti of them, of the demigods. We don't do, because Devi Devatas, the demigods are themselves worshipping Krishna. They get all their energy from Krishna. Krishna empowers them. So Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, come to me. Don't just go here and there. Don't get indulged in the devotion of the demigods. Come to me. Straight away he says, Manbhava Madbhakto Madayaji Mam Namaskaru. Come to me, become my devotee. Serve me, surrender unto me. He clearly says that. And that is why the Hari Kirtan, the Maha Mantra, where we are actually chanting the name of Krishna. So that is why it is important. We are not chanting the name of any demigod. So Shivji is also chanting, he tells Gita Mahatm. There is a scripture called Gita Mahatm. Gita Mahatm means where the glories of Bhagavad Gita are being sung. So glories of Bhagavad Gita are being sung by Shivji and he's telling them to Parvati. Parvati is questioning what to do, what one should do when takes birth in this planet. So he says one should worship Krishna. One should chant the holy name of Krishna. So there are many, I would like kids to sit down. Haribol. You have to manage the kids. So that is how Shivji and Ramji and Krishna are. Yes. Any other question? Yes, Prabhu. You wanted to ask?
We have
Sorry.
heard, so we have heard that Bhagwan is beyond the three gunas.
Yeah. He is Gunatit. Yeah, he is Gunatit.
Gunatit, ji. So to get to Prabhu, we need to go beyond these three gunas.
Yeah?
But we have to choose Sattva Guna to be like pure and
Yes.
so my question is, why do we have to choose one of the guna, and can we not get to the Prabhu with the help of other gunas? Or
I gave a class other day on the three modes of material nature, the Bhagavatam class in the morning, last Monday. The three modes of material nature have been described in the Bhagavad Gita. And there are three modes of material nature. One is mode of passion, mode of goodness, mode of ignorance. So mode of ignorance, you said the three gunas. How can we have to choose one guna? You said mode of goodness only will take us to. Actually, these are in steps. Mode of ignorance is the least one. If you are in mode of ignorance, you can never reach Krishna. Unless you transcend it, unless you overcome this mode. It's okay. Just don't run around. Sit here. Come and sit here with me. Isaac, come and sit here with me. Don't run around. Just come and sit here. You're such a nice boy. Come. Just don't run around and come and sit here. So it is that mode of ignorance has to be transcended. So mode of ignorance you transcend, because mode of ignorance means where your eating habits, your sleeping habits, all the habits, they are contrary to the devotional life. Like Krishna says, if you eat non-veg or eggs or meat, you cannot come to me. Because your intelligence gets covered up by mode of ignorance. If you are indulging into alcohol, you cannot come to me. Because again, that will help in actually sense gratification, not in getting to Krishna, the Supreme Lord. So mode of ignorance has to be again transcended. And mode of passion. Mode of passion is again a state of confusion, where you are confused what to do and what not to do. How much we should become a devotee or how much we should remain in a material life. So you remain confused. That is a state of confusion. Mode of goodness is where you transcend the mode of passion also and you reach mode of goodness. So mode of goodness is where you are actually following the rules according to the scriptures. You are eating habits, you are regulating them. You are in Satogun, mode of goodness, where you eat sattvic food. Sattvic food is without even onion and garlic. This is not enough to get to Krishna. Just being in Satogun, you will not reach Krishna. Yes, it will help you to imbibe the knowledge of Krishna. So when you get to imbibe the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, then what will happen? Then practically you will apply this knowledge when you are in mode of goodness. So you have to transcend this mode also. You don't have to stay in this mode. You have to transcend this mode. So how do you transcend this mode? Transcend this mode by offering the food, the sattvic food to Krishna. When you offer it to Krishna, it becomes prasadam. Prasadam means mercy. Now you get the mercy of Krishna when you eat the prasadam. So likewise, when you offer everything to Krishna, we say in local Hindi language, tan mana dhan, that means your physical body, your mind, and your money, your wealth. So whatever your possessions are. So you offer these three to Krishna, then it becomes you're trying to transcend the Satogun, the mode of goodness. So we have to cross over these three modes and we have to transcend them to be in the Vishuddha Sattva, that is the Vasudev state of good. That is the Vasudev state. The mode is Vasudev. So you reach the Vasudev mode. That is the mode of Krishna. So then the connection is going to happen. So till you transcend these modes, chanting is going to help you. If you are in mode of ignorance also, it's okay. Chant. If you are drinking your alcohol, no issues. Just chant. Do the chanting. Chant the Mahamantra. And this will help you overcome your habit of alcohol. If you are a non-vegetarian, if you chant, this will help you to transcend again that habit. It doesn't matter, in whichever state you are, just chant. Chanting the Mahamantra will help you to understand everything. Because this chanting is so powerful, it will reveal all knowledge to you. If you are sincere, if you are very sincere, if you really want to serve the Supreme Lord, if you really want to get that connection, it will help you. But if you are just chanting, then also it's going to help you. If you are just chanting for the sake of chanting, oh, that person is chanting, this is chanting, let me give a try. It is so powerful, it will help you. It helped, the Valmiki, the story of Valmiki. He became a great acharya, a great saint. He was a hunter. And he was killing animals. He was killing birds. And then he met Narad Muni, a great acharya. So Narad Muni told him, Narad Muni became his spiritual master, his guru. So Narad Muni told him to chant Ram's name. And he said, I cannot. I have been killing animals, so I can chant Mara, not Ram. Mara is that is opposite of Ram when we write in Hindi or in Sanskrit. It's opposite of Ram, it's Mara. So his guru said, okay, you chant Mara Mara. So when we chant, if you chant Mara 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 Ram, so it becomes Ram 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 Ram. So his guru gave him he gave him the yukti. Yukti is a very solution that is very prompt solution. So he gave him that yukti. And he could chant and got liberated. He became a big acharya himself. So this is how it can, this mantra can actually change the life. It can, but we have to take it from a guru. We have to take it from a mentor. So if we take it from our mentor or a guru, actually the potency comes into it. And that potency is going to release us from this bondage, the 4 problems I have been talking. That's it. Haribol. So we have to start chanting now, 1 round. It's 11:32.
Yeah,
we can start. So if everybody has got their beads, if not, if you don't have the beads even, you can just count on your fingers. So we'll be chanting 1 round, that is 108 times the Maha Mantra. So 1 round has got 108 beads. So 108 times we will chant the Maha Mantra. So we will chant together. It will take approximately 10 minutes. You can just, there is 1 round mala here. You can try on this. So we start, this is the head bead. There is a big bead in the middle. That is called the head bead. So we don't touch the head bead. We don't touch this head bead. We will start from the side of the bead. And we will end up here. And when it ends up here, the second round, when you go home and chant, you start where you ended. You turn the mala, you turn this mala, and you start from here, where you ended. We don't cross over. We don't jump over this bead. We remain always around the bead. So we start from one side, we end up the other side, and then we start again where we ended. Then come back, and then we start again where we ended. That's how. And a mantra we speak. Yes, Prabhu. This is actually, the head bead is actually Krishna himself. So we don't cross over him. We circumambulate him. So we are circumambulating him. That's why we said we have to come to the temple to understand. Take the guidance. Yeah, that is Krishna himself. We don't touch it, we don't go across it, because we are circumambulating, parikrama kar rahe hain. So let's start chant. And the one mantra we say, yes.
I just want to point out also, whether you have the beads or you don't have the beads, the real essence is in the sound vibration.
Yeah.
It's not like if you don't have beads, you're not going to get the effect. No, not at all.
Yeah.
It's the chanting and the hearing that's important.
Yes.
And to try to control the mind, to hear and not let the mind wander. So whether you have beads or not, it's a good way to keep track.
Yeah.
But it's not necessary. Time is a good way to keep track also.
So one is, as Prabhuji said, the sound vibration. When we chant, we have to listen what we are chanting. We are not chanting just for the sake of chanting. And whenever you are watching TV or reading or driving, don't chant. Because you have to listen to your chanting. Extra rounds maybe you can do that while driving. But make it that you chant nicely. When you're listening to a lecture also, don't chant at that time. Because you have to listen what you're speaking. The sound vibration has to go inside you. So this is the sound vibration we're going to do. And one mantra we speak, you can just write it down later on before starting the chanting. That is the taking the blessings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. This may sound a bit difficult for you, but Prabhuji will make it easy for you by giving you the where you find it, and just keep it before you, this mantra. So now we'll start the chanting, and we start from the side. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Re Rama 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Re Ram Re Ram 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Re Ram Re Rama 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Re Ram Re Rama 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 Re 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Re Ram Re Rama 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 Re Re Hare Krishna. So this is how we chant. In the evening I'm giving a class, so in the evening I'll describe you. There is how a system is there to chant. So I hope you enjoyed chanting. So did anybody find any difference in chanting while I was chanting with me? Did you find any difference? Anybody would like to say? Yes, Prabhu. That was the same. Oh, that is okay. That you can. It's like when you're doing it continuously. It's okay. Ram or Rama. In English, we write Rama. So that's fine.
This one round of chanting session to be done in the evening also for the more number of candidates.
Okay. So in the evening, we'll try doing that, and I'll be describing. There is a method to chant. So in the evening, I'll explain now the way I chanted, how it becomes attractive, how it becomes nice to your ears. So now the Aarti will happen. So in the evening we'll discuss. Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan Bhagavan Ki Jai. Lord Premanande.